Lyoto Machida taking on Stephan Bonnar. And you look at Lyoto, this guy, you know him very well, and this is one of the better fighters in the world today.
Yeah, Lyoto and I have actually been training for this fight together quite a bit. 5-time Brazilian national champion in karate, believe it or not. His father was one of the best practitioners in karate in the world has ever known. His brother also, who walks in behind him with a towel around his neck, is a 4-time national champion. They actually call Lyoto Little Inoki. He's actually the heir apparent to the Inoki training regime. Antonio Inoki's taken him underneath his wing, kind of what Inoki did with Fujita. He's kind of taken him underneath, trained him, going to take care of him, kind of, managing his career as far as the best places for him to be and what to do. And the thing about Lyoto is he's a southpaw. There's very few fighters in the world that can hit going backwards. He is one of them. I only know of 2 on the top of my hand that can actually hit backwards. Chuck Liddell being one of them, a great fighter that fights in North America, and then Lyoto, who can fight literally backpedaling and knock guys out with it. He has amazing hand speed, amazing snap kicks, and then he also is a high brown belt level in jiu-jitsu on the ground, so he's a very dangerous, well-rounded fighter.
He is a great fighter, and this should be a very entertaining matchup because he's going against a Carlson Gracie student and Stephan Bonnar.
Yeah, Stephan Bonnar, born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Great guy. Very intense. Spends a lot of time, working on his jiu-jitsu game. Tough guy. He's one of those kind of guys that you will see in the future doing great things in the sport of MMA. He's the kind of kid that no matter what, win, lose, or draw, he always comes out, tries to go as hard as he can every time. Has a tremendous chin, has an amazing heart, always comes in great cardio power. Even when he's exhausted, he still stays in really, really good technical space. You got to watch out for his submission game on the bottom. He has a really, really good submission game on the bottom, and he has a pretty good takedown defense. The one thing he's got to watch out for with Lyoto is watching out for that left hand, but Lyoto needs to watch out for his left hook.
Should be a great battle here between Bonnar and Lyoto. And both fighters very skilled. And take a peek here at the tail of the tape. Both fighters pretty close as far as weight goes. Bonnar with the height advantage over Lyoto. And of course, as Trig mentioned, Lyoto's got that freestyle fighting. He's a great striker, very good on the ground. Bonnar, they list him as jiu-jitsu, but don't be surprised with his stand-up game. It's pretty good as well from all accounts. So this is the first time I've seen Bonnar up close and personal, but talking with Carlson, he basically says, hey, this kid will never quit. He'll continue to move forward, and that's his greatest asset.
Yeah. How was that conversation with Carlson? He seems such a great guy. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet on this trip, and he seems like to be such an amazing, nice guy. Is that the impression you got as well?
Absolutely, and he's one of the... if you want to learn from somebody with jiu-jitsu, that's the guy to learn from. Another Gracie name, and wow, already you can see the strength of Lyoto and how quick he is. And that's the thing Bonnar's going to have to deal with, is the quickness of Lyoto.
Even the Machida family and the cousins to the Gracies that live in LA, and then wow, good job. A lot of the other Gracie family always talk about how good Carlson is as an instructor, as a coach. He's just an amazing instructor.
Absolutely, and right now Bonnar's going to have to deal with his speed and quickness. That was the one thing his camp was a little bit worried about. Lyoto's so quick, you can see why. Just lands those kicks, snaps his punches. Got a lot of quickness.
And one thing is that Lyoto always is flat-footed, but he's so fast in that flat-footed position. Most guys aren't very well when they're flat on their feet. Lyoto just has this concept, this ability to move. Even though he's on his heels, he's still able to come back at you so quick.
That was a great combination by Bonnar, though. Snaps the head back of Machida. Great job by Bonnar.
Yeah, Machida keeps his hands a little bit low around his chest level. Not something I really like to see. I prefer to see him keep his hands up a little bit higher. But he never seems to really get hit because he's so evasive.
Yeah, he's got that long stride, and you can see how he stands. Oh, Bonnar then went up for a kick to the midsection and paid for it. Lyoto shows his strength, and Bonnar immediately clutches on there and grabs. Bonnar now got a cut under the left eye. Wow, that's in a bad place as well because, the cut's starting to already open pretty badly. That's a big cut.
That is really big. They got to stop and take a look at this cut real quick. It's pretty bad. Lyoto, that was just that straight left. He threw his Bonnar tried to step in, and they just threw everything into that left. Like I said before, it's just amazing that he has this kind of power.
Look here, right there. That's where it happened. Bonnar tried to land the kick, and he paid for it. Left, right, really misses from Lyoto, but it was that first shot that landed that immediately split open Stephan Bonnar. Now back at the action, Bonnar. Once again, he's going to have to deal with the quickness of Lyoto. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to try to take this fight to the ground.
Yeah, the thing is with Lyoto is that he tends to move his hips. You got to get him pinned up. You got to get him pinned back against the ropes. There's no place to move his hips, and then you're going to be able to either hit him or take him down. But you got to stalk him. You got to get him against the corner. Got to get him into the ropes.
Another left lands and drops Bonnar. Wow, look at the power for Lyoto.
Lyoto's not following up. I'm kind of surprised. He's kind of hitting this kid and letting him go. He's not really doing much as far as trying to finish this fight off.
Tries to hit him with the spinning heel kick, just a little bit short. Now in the clutch, and let's go. Hey, when you're talking about moving the hips, as far as the stand-up games, I understand moving hips when you're on the ground, but talk a little bit more about that when you're standing up.
Well, you see how Lyoto's hips move linear. They move 2 and 3 foot forward and 2 and 3 foot back. That's so that Stephan can't hit him. And the other thing that Lyoto does is that when he throws his punches, he turns his hips. If he throws his left hand or his left foot, his left hip comes forward. If he throws his right hand, his right foot, his right hip comes forward. All your power really isn't in your hands, even though we do talk about, if you talk about boxing, heavy hands. This guy has heavy hands. Like Oscar De La Hoya has some heavy hands, or Trinidad has some heavy hands. You're talking about the hip power. They're able to generate power through these hips. Lyoto is able to do it in any position, and that's why it's so amazing when guys are backing up, because just trying to back up and turn your hip forward to throw a punch. Lyoto can do that. It's a very exceptional skill, and which is the reason why he's able to, to hit guys so often, so quickly. His hip motion is just absolutely one of the best right now in the sport of MMA.
Trick breaking it down so well, and right now you see the clutch and grabbing, and once again, Stephan Bonnar, he's got the cut, he's got a bloody nose, and the thing is, Lyoto popped him again in that cut. You hear his corner telling him, come on, you got to push the pace, and you see that cut, and that's going to be the problem right now, is Lyoto's really focusing in on that cut.
Oh, you see right there, Ryan, he's also got a nose, and Lyoto hit him in the nose, so not only has that cut, but now his nose is bleeding as well, so he's got two issues going on.
Yeah, he's going to have a tough time. I mean, I almost think it's time now that he's got to try to go for the takedown, because Lyoto, but it's one thing to try for the takedown, it's another executing it, because you mentioned the quickness of Lyoto, very evident.
Yeah, obviously, if you take a bad shot, you're just a little bit too far away, Lyoto's going to be gone, and as you stand back up again, he's going to catch you twice. So you really got, like I said before, Stephan needs to do a better job of stalking Lyoto down, because Lyoto tends to be defensive. Get him against the ropes, get him into a corner where he can't really back away, and then he's going to have a better shot at taking him down.
Gracie Kim trying to work on that cut, and they have done a pretty good job. But Lyoto now, you can see he's trying to strike and trying to get that cut or even hurt the nose further. So Bonnar back in the clinch. Both guys here are trying to maintain position or get position. Oh, Machida throws him, but Bonnar, to his credit, really wouldn't go anywhere.
Good job. Good, Stephan Bonnar has got some really good athletic ability for his size and for his body type. Whoa.
That was a great right hand landed by Bonnar. How about that? And a nice knee as well. Bonnar now coming back.
Well, he rocked Lyoto a little bit. Lyoto's getting a little desperate. You can see him start to reach. See how he's stepping in and clinching now? Those punches is what you want to do to your opponent. That forced Lyoto to change his game plan.
Bonnar, oh man, he's split up even more now. And now, it's the other side.
Ryan,
Look at that.
Is bad. This is really bad. This is a bad cut.
It might have been a clash of heads, but now it's the other side that has a cut. So Bonnar's in he's got a lot of problems. He's got a cut on each side now under his eye.
Ryan, this is a bad cut. It was a huge gash.
And now they're going to stop the fight. Oh my goodness. What bad luck for Bonnar.
Bonnar he is so irritated right now. He is so mad.
Just when Stephan Bonnar was really settling down, he is fired up. He can't believe what happened. Oh man, jeez,
that's a good
horrible
stoppage.
Cut, man.
That's a good stoppage. That's just dangerous for the fighter. That's a really good stoppage. They've got to stop something like that. There's no reason to have any more damage.
I want to see if it was a punch or heads. Let's take a look here. You see, okay, maybe it was the kick. I'm not sure, but there's the shot for the other eye. Yeah, that was the first cut on the eye. This was a little bit earlier on in the fight. There's a good left hand there that dropped Bonnar early on as well. Well, it's hard to see if it was... Well, there's a good punch, too. It's hard to tell what it was, though. Yeah, I don't know if it was a cut or a headbutt, but either way, Boy, what a tough loss for Stephan Bonnar.
I know, that kid is so good. We're going to see, he's still real young yet. We're going to see a lot more of him. Tremendous heart. It's a tremendous heart. Good look there at Lyoto.
Lyoto gets another win. He's been so impressive. Continues his impressive assault, this time against Stephan Bonnar in Jungle Fight.